Got some news coming out again, super late, man. Make sure y'all have them bells on and subscribe to the channel. We're coming with real live updates, man. I damn near went live for this one. So the Indiana Fever just made a big time move on their roster. They made a change to the roster, man. They have confirmed pretty much that Kelsey Mitchell will be staying. Now, the details of Kelsey Mitchell contract has not been released to the public yet. Lexi Hall has not been released to the public yet. What type of deal she got? Now, I know a lot of people want to know what's going on with Sophie Cunningham, Natasha Howard, and Bree Turner, and so many.
The front office didn't just make a move. They detonated a bomb underneath the rest of the league, leaving Stephanie White absolutely speechless. While the world was sleeping, the official roster updates for the future seasons went live, revealing a plan so aggressive, it signals a total reconstruction of the Indiana Fever. Caitlin Clark is no longer just a rookie phenom, she is now the center of a reconstructed empire designed to dominate for a decade. The signatures are dry, the core is locked, and the shockwaves are just beginning to hit the WNBA headquarters. This wasn't a standard update, it was a declaration of war against every team standing in their way.
People mad at the WNBA reporters. Y'all gotta realize, bro, we kicking their ass with these YouTube videos. And quite frankly, they know if they drop something, we're going to report on it, and our videos is going to do better than their little fucking tweet. So to me, that is what like they're trying to basically run a monopoly on the news. But what the WNBA reporters don't understand is, I can't speak for every other content creator, but we have people that work for different teams that DM us. We have players' family that tell us stuff. So either way it go, y'all can think we don't have sources as content creators. We very much do. May not have all the...
The first major domino to fall was the one everyone feared might walk away during the peak of the transition. Kelsey Mitchell has officially been confirmed as a cornerstone of this roster, ending months of speculation and anxiety. While the specific financial details of the contract are being kept under wraps like a state secret, the message is clear: the Fever are keeping their elite scoring threat next to Clark. This move alone sent Stephanie White into a tailspin of preparation, because it shifts the entire offensive gravity of the team. For the 2026 season, having Mitchell locked in means the backcourt is officially the most dangerous duo in professional basketball.
Work for different teams that DM us. We have players' family that tell us stuff. So either way it go, y'all can think we don't have sources as content creators. We very much do. May not have all the, ins and inner workings like y'all, but we definitely could get information if we need be. Now, with that being said, that's my rant with the WNBA reporters. We got to talk about this big time move that has happened moments ago, and that is the Indiana Fever updating their roster. Now, this is on the Indiana Fever website. Shout out to the person on X. As of right now, they have Aaliyah Boston, Caitlin Clark, Lexi Hall, Kelsey Mitchell, and KK.
But the shock didn't stop with Mitchell. The team officially updated their website to show a 5-player core that is ready to burn the league down. Aaliyah Boston, Caitlin Clark, Lexi Hull, Kelsey Mitchell, and KK are the names carved in stone. This is the foundation of the 2026 championship run, and seeing those names together in black and white has the rest of the league panicking. Stephanie White knows that, with these 5 players already confirmed, the Fever have achieved a level of stability that most franchises only dream of. The front office is reconstructing the roster with surgical precision, making sure that every piece fits the high-speed system Clark thrives in.
Satu Sabali. I told y'all earlier, people and these players be trolling the fan base, trying to get their notoriety up. The Indiana Fever may not even be able to have the cap space to get a set player that people may want, but at the end of the day, I'm not entertaining none of that. Now, as of right now, we have WNBA free agencies and unrestricted free agents. These are the players that are available. We have Derica Hamby, Bree Hartley, Maisha Hines-Allen, Jonquel Jones is available. Ari McDonald is available. Taisha Harris, Tiffany Hayes, Natasha Howard, Joelle Lloyd.
There is a massive power struggle happening behind the scenes between traditional WNBA reporters and the new wave of content creators, who are getting the real scoops. The reporters are trying to run a monopoly on the news, but the truth is leaking out from team insiders and players' families, who are tired of the gatekeeping. We are seeing real-life updates coming out in the middle of the night because the information is too explosive to contain. These reporters are mad because YouTube videos are performing better than their tweets. It is because the fans want the raw truth. Stephanie White is witnessing a total shift in how the Fever brand is being built, both on and off the court.
WNBA free agencies and unrestricted free agents. These are the players that are available. We have Jerica Hamby, Bree Hartley, Maisha Hines-Allen, Jonquel Jones is available. Ari McDonald is available. Taisha Harris, Tiffany Hayes, Natasha Howard, Joelle Lloyd is available. Kayla McBride, Brianna Jones, Natasha Heidelman. Now, Natasha Heidelman will be a nice solid pickup if they can get her. Just because her social media presence, she's cool on a basketball court, not exceptional baller, but I just think just locker room, just entertainment purposes, content-wise.
The list of unrestricted free agents currently available is enough to make any coach lose sleep, and the Fever are positioned to pounce. Names like Dearica Hamby, Natasha Howard, and Brianna Stewart are floating in the ether, but the Fever are being incredibly calculated about who they actually bring into the locker room. Stephanie White is looking for dogs, not just names, and the front office is listening. They are sifting through the noise to find the players who won't just chase clout, but will actually hunt for a ring. The 2026 season is being treated as the year the Fever stopped being a young team and started being the team that everyone else fears to play.
Another one. She showed up and showed out. Odyssey Sims showed up during playoffs. I wouldn't be surprised if they can bring her back. I think Odyssey Sims did a damn good job, especially when Kelsey Mitchell went down. Now, she ended up going down too, but did she go down? I can't remember, y'all. I can't remember. Don't hold me on that. But I think they should bring her back. Now, Azura Stevenson, that's who everybody want to see in a Fever uniform right now, is Azura Stevenson. From my understanding, she's a baller and she's a dog. She like that. Do I believe she's coming? I don't know. And the name right next to her is the name that popped up today, Elena Smith. Do I believe Elena Smith could come? Possibly any one of these players.
One name that keeps surfacing is Sutta Sabauli, but there is a major warning attached to her potential arrival. Last year, she trolled the entire fan base just to boost her notoriety, and many are worried she is playing the same game again. The Fever media team is being careful not to fall for the movie trap of players waving at the fanbase on social media just to secure a better contract elsewhere. Stephanie White needs players who are committed to the vision, not players who are using the Caitlin Clark effect for free publicity. If Sabauli actually signs, it would be unbelievable, but the front office is playing this game with a very high level of skepticism.
All of us content creators, we have a way to turn them up. And me personally, I'm not finna turn them up if they're not coming to the team. I'm sorry, you're not getting no free pub over here, bruh. I'm not finna hype you up. I'm not finna none of that until I get concrete evidence from an Indiana Fever reporter that they are pursuing this player, or I get a real solid source that that player is coming. Because as of right now, I'm telling y'all what's finna happen. It's going to be a lot of players that is going to be saying little things, waving at the...
Natasha Cloud Kelly is another name that has sparked intense debate within the organization because of what she brings outside of just basketball. She has a strong social media presence and a locker room energy that could turn the Fever into a content powerhouse, while maintaining a solid presence on the court. She isn't an exceptional baller in every category, but for entertainment and locker room chemistry purposes, she would be a massive win. Stephanie White understands that, in the modern WNBA, the vibe of the locker room is just as important as the stat sheet. Bringing in a player like Cloud Kelly would be a masterstroke for the team's brand and overall cohesion during the long season.
They updated the roster. But I'm telling you right now, guys, do not be surprised if a lot of these players start sending out these smoke signals. Hey, talk about me. Don't fall for the booby trap trying to get some views. Because I'm telling you right now, they're using us. They're using us. Satu Sabali did it last year. I'm just saying, food for thought. And until next time, man, God bless you all. Get down in the comment section. Shake the haters off. I'm out of here, baby.
The situation with Odyssey Sims is one that has everyone watching the Indiana front office very closely. She showed up and showed out during the playoffs, proving that she can handle the pressure when the lights are at their brightest. Even when Kelsey Mitchell went down briefly, Sims stepped into that void and performed like a veteran leader who belongs on a championship roster. Stephanie White would be shocked if they didn't bring her back, given how well she integrated into the system on such short notice. She is the type of insurance policy that a team needs if they want to make a deep run into the 2026 finals without any major hiccups. Everyone in the Fever fanbase is currently screaming for Azura Stevens, and for a very good reason. She is described as a ballerina on the court but an absolute dog when it comes to competition and physicality. Having someone with her versatility and grit would transform the Fever's front court into a nightmare for opponents. Stephanie White knows that adding a player of her caliber would take the pressure off Aaliyah Boston and allow Caitlin Clark to have even more lanes to operate. The rumors of her interest in the Fever are growing louder every day, and if she lands in Indiana, the rest of the league might as well hand over the trophy right now. Alana Smith is another intriguing name that popped up today, and her potential fit with Caitlin Clark is almost too good to be true. Any of these top-tier free agents could be sending smoke signals to the Fever because they know this is where the eyes of the world are focused. Players are starting to realize that being on the Fever roster is the fastest way to increase their own brand value and notoriety. Stephanie White is navigating a minefield of players who want the hype without the work, but Alana Smith seems like the real deal. The front office is looking for concrete evidence of interest before they make their final move for the 2026 campaign. The reality of WNBA free agency has changed forever because players are now using fan accounts and Twitter to manipulate their market value. They start following Fever fan pages or liking posts about Caitlin Clark just to get the media to talk about them. It is a brilliant but dangerous game that can leave a fanbase feeling betrayed if the player never actually signs. Stephanie White and the front office are becoming experts at spotting these movie traps and focusing only on the players who are serious. They aren't interested in giving out free publicity to players who are just looking for a leverage play against their current teams or other franchises. Lexi Hull's status as a restricted free agent is a technicality that the team is handling with extreme care behind closed doors. Even though she is technically on the market, the Fever have made it clear through their roster updates that she is a vital part of their future plans. Stephanie White relies on Hull's defensive intensity and her ability to hit timely shots when the defense collapses on Clark. Seeing her name listed alongside the core 5 players was a huge relief for fans, who realize she is the glue holding the perimeter together. The front office is making sure that the 2026 roster has the exact same grit that allowed them to surprise people this year. There is a secret list of players that the Fever are reportedly pursuing that could include some of the biggest names in the sport. While we hear about the mid-level players, the front office is quietly clearing cap space for a potential blockbuster move that no one sees coming. Stephanie White has been seen in deep discussions with the management team, likely plotting how to integrate a third superstar into the mix. The goal for 2026 isn't just to be a playoff team, it is to be a dynasty that rivals the greatest teams in history. They are looking at the unrestricted list and seeing opportunities where other teams only see high price tags and difficult negotiations. The controversy surrounding the WNBA reporters and their attempt to gatekeep information is reaching a boiling point. These reporters are losing their influence because they refuse to acknowledge the power of the independent media and the fans. When the Fever make a move at midnight, the YouTubers are the ones breaking it down, while the traditional media is still waiting for a press release. This transparency is allowing fans to see the reconstruction of the roster in real time, creating an unprecedented level of engagement. Stephanie White is now working in an environment where every single move is scrutinized by millions of people within minutes of it happening. Looking ahead to the 2026 season, the Fever are specifically targeting players who can handle the intense media circus that follows Caitlin Clark. It takes a special kind of athlete to play under that kind of microscope without letting it affect their performance on the court. The front office is interviewing players not just on their skills, but on their mental toughness and their ability to be a teammate to a global icon. Stephanie White is building a culture of resilience, where the outside noise is used as fuel rather than a distraction. This unbelievable roster reconstruction is as much about psychology as it is about basketball talent and physical stats. the move to keep Christy Wallace, known as KK, in the core 5 has some critics scratching their heads, but the front office sees something the public doesn't. Her veteran presence and her understanding of the system provide a level of stability that is hard to find in free agency. Stephanie White values players who know their role and execute it without ego, which is exactly what KK brings to the table. By locking her in for the future, the Fever are ensuring that they have a reliable rotation player who won't crumble when the pressure of 2026 hits. It is a chess move designed to maintain consistency while the bigger pieces are being moved around. That we have to talk about the smoke signals being sent by Erica Wheeler, who looks like she might be heading to Las Vegas based on her recent activity. While she has been a mentor for the younger players in Indiana, her departure would open up even more cap space for a massive 2026 signing. Stephanie White is prepared for this transition, knowing that as the team evolves, some of the older pieces will naturally move on to new opportunities. This clearing of the decks is exactly what is needed to bring in a player like Gabby Williams, or even an elite rim protector. The Fever are preparing to strike while the iron is hot. Gabby Williams has not signed yet, and while many think she is heading to Seattle for a massive payday, the Fever are still lurking in the shadows. Imagine the defensive versatility Williams would bring to a lineup featuring Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston. It would be an unbelievable upgrade that would essentially solve the Fever's perimeter defense issues overnight. Stephanie White is a defensive-minded coach at heart, and a player like Williams is her ultimate dream come true. Even if the odds are slim, the fact that the Fever are even in the conversation shows how much their reputation has changed in just one single year of the Clark era. The front office is also keeping a close eye on the unrestricted status of Aya Wilson, which is a situation that seems impossible but has everyone dreaming. While we know the Aces will do everything to court her and keep her in Vegas, the mere fact that she is on the list creates a ripple effect throughout the league. Every team, including the Fever, has to account for where the top stars are landing before they finalize their 2026 plans. Stephanie White is playing a high-stakes game of poker, waiting for the right moment to push all her chips into the middle of the table. The goal is to build a roster that can compete with Vegas. One of the biggest lessons from last year was not to let players use the Indiana fanbase for their own gain without giving anything back. The trolling from players like Sada Sabali left a bad taste in many people's mouths, and the front office hasn't forgotten. They are being much more protective of the brand and the players already on the roster this time around. Stephanie White is making it clear that if you want to be a part of this historic run, you have to be all in from day one. There will be no more free publicity for players who aren't willing to sign the dotted line and wear the Fever jersey with pride. The reconstructive surgery on this roster is reaching its final stages, and the results are looking like a masterpiece of management. By focusing on a core of 5 elite players and surrounding them with high-energy veterans and defensive specialists, the Fever are creating a balanced monster. Stephanie White is now holding the keys to a Ferrari, and she is ready to see how fast this thing can actually go on the track. The 2026 season is no longer a distant dream, it is a looming reality that the rest of the WNBA is not prepared to handle. The Fever have moved from the basement to the penthouse in record-breaking time. As we wait for the final signatures to be revealed, the excitement around the Indiana Fever has reached a fever pitch that the league has never seen. The front office has proven they are not afraid to make the big moves and take the risks necessary to win. Stephanie White is in the perfect position to lead this group to a championship, and the foundation is now officially in place. Every move made for the 2026 season has been calculated to maximize Caitlin Clark's prime and Aaliyah Boston's dominance in the paint. The era of the Fever is no longer coming, it is already here, and it is going to be absolutely unbelievable to witness. The true genius of this roster update lies in the long-term vision that extends far beyond just next year.